What is up guys, Wraec here with a new video, and today with a topic we already kinda talked about, but now we have some additional information. If you remember, we a while ago did a video about mythic charms, and specifically that there was an option to upgrade them. And this option was here, refine, upgrading from sorcery charm V+, basically mythic plus, to V++, granting additional stats. And there is this material here, Radiant Crest. We for the longest time didn't know how to get this. There was no apparent window, no apparent loot table where this is from. Now the VN server actually has it, and we can earn it there. So let's take a look at it. So actually it drops from game mode we already know. It is an event game mode, the Titan Reaver. The Titan Reaver game mode, just as we know it, usually only contains 4 drops, and those core drops are gems, gold, Bronco Essence and Twilight Essence, and not the Radiant Crest. But now, in this version of it, in the newest iteration of it, Radiant Crest got added, and it's just right in there. So if we see the first stage, it's just the normal loot we expect from it. We get our Bronco Essence, and then towards the end, starting at 350 million, we get the first drop of 100 Radiant Crest, then another 100, so 400 in total that you can get from this version of Titan Reaver. Which already, in my opinion, is a little bit weird, if I'm honest, because, well, we need 300 to upgrade 1 hero. So basically within 3 weeks you will be able to upgrade 4 heroes. That's what it turns out to be. In this season, however, we kinda expect at this very moment to have like 4 or 5 more weeks, maybe 6, and that's about it. So not really a whole lot of room to upgrade a ton of heroes. And if we take a look at what this really grants us, yeah, it's not a whole lot. So yeah, I just checked again on the main server where we will expect it next week, because when we check the event here, Titan Reaver, we see it's just the 4 normal resources, not the ones we saw on the VN server. That will probably be a thing next week, because 6 days, 5 hours till the next version of it. Yeah. Because, well, next week we got it for the first time, will probably be like 5 weeks where we have it. Essentially, considering this cost 100, allowing us to fully upgrade only like 6 heroes, which is not really a whole lot. And if we consider that the stat boost from this is not very high, because if we take a look at it, look at that, it's an attack boost. Okay, it's not too bad, it's 1.3%, and I mean, we get it on every single charm, it's the same here. On Fresto, for example, that's 3.9% attack. It's not bad. It's not super bad. Is it something to get overly excited about? No. To me, honestly, I was hoping we could enhance the set bonus with it. Like, I was kind of hoping, okay, there's this V++, which doesn't really grant a whole lot, but maybe there is the V++, or some other version behind it, and then we get like 7 ultimate power. That was what I was kind of hoping here. To me, this at the very moment seems a little displaced. I don't know. We only have those 6 heroes probably to go, then we will get the new season. This will obviously reset the magic charms, which are a season mechanic, because we see it right here. Season duration, January 2025. That's the end of it. We expect mid-January. So having just 6 heroes to upgrade makes you really have to choose which ones you want to go for. And obviously there are a few things that we can keep in mind right here. The first obvious consideration always with upgrading heroes is in the Dream Realm. We obviously want to go for the Dream Realm heroes. And right there, if we check the formations, basically Fresto is always in there, which makes him a great choice if we want that. Well, except here. There we don't have Fresto. Fresto is a nice choice because he's in most of those, and he deals damage. We obviously want to upgrade the stats, usually from a damage dealer, which makes Fresto a great choice, which makes Harak a great choice, which makes Lily May a great choice. Those are desired heroes, and you can of course go for those if you want to. Another option and another thing that you can take a look at, and I still have to do the Dream Realm definitely today. Another thing that you can of course take a look at is again the Zed Sahara consideration, because towards the end of the season we again expect the Ravaged Realm. Ravaged Realm will again task us with a different perspective. If you haven't played it last time, basically that was one big boss where we fought with these single factions. So you had like one boss where you could fight with Lightbearer faction and the Lightbearer faction and like a few additional heroes. And basically this is what it looked like. There was Ravaged Realm there, we got this Zed Sahara boss, and you would have to fight it with every single faction. Every single faction got a little bit of support from some Celestial and Hypergene heroes that you could use additionally to the ones that were already in there. For the one we see right now, the Graveborn, you see it's Burial, Skalita and Helene. You could use them on top of the normal Graveborn heroes, and you tried to get the highest damage from every source. And then there was like a final round where you had to establish, I think it was like every single hero that you could use right there and get like your top scores. And there was a ton of loot actually in this game mode, so this was definitely something you didn't want to miss. And there was a variety of teams that you use. Yeah, it was 5 heroes in one team, 3 in the other. It was a bit weird in that regard. But yeah, so they definitely wanted to get the most out of this. And of course, the variety of teams and the different teams we used there meant that there were some heroes that were usually not used, but essential for the damage of some of the factions. And sometimes I think it could be interesting, at least, if you are confident in your damage in Dream Realm, don't expect to fall down a bit, to maybe even save the currency up, because you might come into the position against like the new Ravaged Realm boss that you say, okay, now it would be great to maybe upgrade Cassidy, for example. To maybe go ahead and get like your resources on her, upgrade her mythic charms, or upgrade some other hero you didn't expect. And of course, I mean, it's a bit of a gamble, and I'm not sure what I want to do. I kinda want to wait for the Sahara, because if there is like another set of cosmetics in there, which last time there was a set of cosmetics in there, and don't be surprised, by the way, by the background footage. This boss had multiple stages. It had multiple stages that you had to fight, and some of them were weaker than the others. So had to fight multiple times and clear them. So I kind of want to go for it. If I don't fall too much in Dream Realm, I think I will just keep them. I will have a little bit of patience. I will not just upgrade the first hero that I see. I will see, okay, can I stay in my usual places in the Dream Realm? Can I stay in like my top 20 district at least? That is what I want to achieve. Or do I drop out of that hard? If I drop out of that, I would probably go and upgrade Fresto. Because Fresto, I think like is the most solid choice. It's like everywhere. You get some decent upgrades here, you get some decent attack. I don't think that's a bad choice. There is of course a little bit of a difference there from the different classes. I think Zebo showed that. I watched Zebo's video as well, and he showed that there were like different upgrades here. So, oh, that's a bad example because we don't have a set here. We actually need a set. That is like the buffs are a little bit different. Is kind of interesting. They just select the same class twice. No, I didn't. Okay, the buffs are a little bit different. He showed that. So that's something else to consider. But yeah, for me, I will have a little bit of patience. I will wait a little bit and see how my Dream Realm progresses, how I position myself there. And then with consideration of Ravaged Realm, I will place my buffs on my heroes. The only thing you definitely do want to do from next week starting on, you definitely want to make sure that you get as far as possible in the Titan Reaver. Hopefully getting your 3 to 4 loot drops there of the Radiant Crest so that you can upgrade the most heroes possible within the season, even though it is not quite a huge upgrade. And maybe to discuss it a little bit more, personally I think it's weird. I think it's really weird. We had this elaborate introduction plan of the Durastral charms, of like the mythic charms of everything, with the time gates we saw in there, and even just for a short amount of time we now have the mythic plus charms with the level 40 stages. And now they introduced this Radiant Crest for like the last month, but it doesn't really upgrade your heroes by a whole lot and doesn't really add a whole lot of mechanics. And I just don't get it. I just don't get it, to be honest. I don't know why it exists. I thought it would be cool. I thought it would be like this super upgrade you could farm for within the season or something. And it really isn't. It really isn't. It's just like some weak upgrade that is there, and I think that will get that we will give way too much meaning in the end. Because it is just a small upgrade, after all. I still probably want to place it correctly, at least if you want to go for the top loot in Ravaged Realm, because that was really like a thing where a few percent more damage could make a difference. So yeah, that's just my take on it. You can tell me what you think about it right down in the comments below. And with that, I wish you a great day. We'll see us in the next one.